Yeah, use the window shopper.
Yo, let's talk about 50 Cent, man. This guy didn't just step into the rap game, he kicked the door down. Specifically his debut album, Get Rich or Die Tryin. This wasn't just an album, it was a statement, a declaration of intent. This wasn't just another album drop, this was a cultural moment. It was like the streets had been waiting for this. Released in 2003, it exploded onto the scene, instantly becoming a classic. It dominated the charts and the airwaves. The streets were buzzing, radio couldn't get enough, and 50 Cent went from a mixtape king to a full-blown icon. His rise was meteoric. This wasn't just music, it was a story. 50's story. A narrative that was raw, real, and unfiltered. A story of struggle, of survival, of coming back from the brink. It was about overcoming the odds. He wasn't afraid to talk about his past, the streets, the violence, the hustle. He laid it all out there. It resonated with people, especially those who lived similar realities. They saw themselves in his lyrics. Get Rich or Die Tryin wasn't just an album title, it was a mission statement. It was a way of life. It reflected the harsh realities of the streets 50 came from. South Jamaica, Queens was his battleground. It was a make-or-break moment, and 50 made sure he broke through. He shattered expectations. This album wasn't just for the streets though, it reached far beyond that. It had crossover appeal, catching the ears of hip-hop heads and casual listeners alike. It was universal. 50 had a way with words, a flow that was undeniable. His lyrical prowess was unmatched. He could switch it up, spit fire, then drop a catchy hook that would get stuck in your head for days. Versatility was his strength. This album had it all. It was a masterpiece that cemented 50 Cent's place in hip-hop history. The title, man, it's everything. Get Rich or Die Tryin wasn't just some catchy phrase 50 came up with, it was real life. 50 had been shot 9 times, survived, and used that experience to fuel his music. This title reflected the desperation and hunger he felt, the urgency of his situation. It was a statement about his past, his present, and his future. He was done with being broke, done with struggling, he was going to make it no matter what. That kind of determination resonated with listeners. They felt his hunger, his drive, his refusal to be denied. The title also spoke to a larger societal issue, particularly within marginalized communities. It highlighted the lack of opportunities and the limited options many faced. It was a reflection of the harsh realities of the streets, where success often felt like a life-or-death pursuit. Get Rich or Die Tryin wasn't just a title, it was a declaration of war. A war against poverty, a war against the odds, a war against anyone who doubted him. And 50, he was coming out on top. What made this album pop off? What was the secret sauce that made it resonate with so many people? 50 found the perfect balance between hardcore street rap and commercially appealing melodies. He managed to blend the raw, unfiltered energy of gangsta rap with hooks that were undeniably catchy. He could spit gritty verses about his life in the drug game, then flip it and deliver a catchy hook that would be blasting out of car speakers all summer. His versatility was unmatched. He wasn't afraid to keep it real, to talk about the violence and the struggle. His authenticity resonated with listeners who felt his pain and triumphs. But he also knew how to craft a hit, a song that would get radio play and reach a wider audience. His ability to switch between hard-hitting rap and mainstream appeal was a game-changer. That's what made him different. He was a chameleon in the rap game, able to adapt and thrive in various musical landscapes. That's what made this album special. It wasn't just another rap album, it was a cultural phenomenon. The production played a huge role too. The beats were crisp, the mixing was flawless, and the overall sound was polished to perfection. Dr. Dre and Eminem, two of the biggest names in hip-hop, took 50 under their wing. They saw something special in him. They saw his potential, his raw talent, and helped him shape his sound. Their mentorship was invaluable. They gave him the platform and the beats to showcase his skills to the world. Their influence was evident in every track, Indie Club, Pimp, 21 Questions. These weren't just songs, they were anthems. They were everywhere, from the streets to the clubs. They crossed over from the streets to the clubs to the radio waves. They became the soundtrack of a generation. 50's formula was working, and it was changing the game. He was setting new standards and breaking old barriers. Even the album cover was a statement. 50's bare chest, riddled with bullet wounds, became an iconic image. It was raw, it was powerful, it was impossible to ignore. It told you everything you needed to know about 50 Cent and his story. The bullet holes weren't just for show. They represented the violence he had survived. They were a badge of honor, a testament to his resilience. The image was a stark reminder of the dangers he faced and the odds he had overcome, but it was also about vulnerability. By showing his scars, 50 was revealing a part of himself that most tried to hide. He wasn't afraid to be seen, flaws and all. This resonated with listeners who connected with his honesty and his willingness to be open about his past. The simplicity of the image added to its impact. No fancy fonts, no distractions, just 50 Cent and his story. It was a powerful statement about survival, about overcoming adversity, and about the realities of street life. Section 5, Behind the Boards, Crafting a Sound of the Streets. The production on Get Rich or Die Tryin was absolutely top-notch. Dr. Dre and Eminem, they brought their A-game to the table. The beats were hard-hitting, cinematic, and perfectly matched 50's gritty lyrics and aggressive flow. Dre's signature sound, that West Coast funk with a G-funk twist, it was all over this album. But he also brought in other producers like Eminem and Denon Porter to add their own unique flavor to the mix. This created a diverse soundscape that kept listeners engaged from start to finish. The album was a blend of street anthems and introspective tracks, a perfect mix. You had bangers like In Da Club and Wanksta, but then you had songs like Many Men and 21 Questions that showed 50's vulnerability and depth. The production played a crucial role in creating the album's unique atmosphere. It was dark, it was gritty, it was cinematic. It transported you to 50's world, made you feel the danger, the excitement, the desperation that he rapped about. Section 6, The 50 Cent Effect, Shifting the Hip-Hop Landscape. Get Rich or Die Tryin wasn't just a successful album, it was a game changer. It shifted the landscape of hip-hop, ushering in a new era of gangsta rap. 50's influence, it was everywhere. He brought a new level of intensity to the game. His lyrics were raw, his delivery was aggressive, and his image was unflinching. He wasn't afraid to talk about the realities of street life, and he did it with a confidence that was both captivating and intimidating. The success of the album opened doors for other artists from similar backgrounds. It proved that there was a market for hardcore street rap, for stories that reflected the struggles of marginalized communities. 50's impact extended beyond music too. He became a cultural icon, a symbol of hustle and ambition. He launched his own clothing line, his own record label, even his own brand of headphones. He was a businessman as much as he was a rapper, and he inspired a generation to chase their dreams, no matter how impossible they seemed. Section 7, Cashing In. The financial success of a heavyweight Get Rich or Die Tryin wasn't just a critical success, it was a commercial juggernaut. The album sold millions of copies worldwide, topping charts and breaking records. 50 Cent became a global superstar, and his bank account reflected his newfound success. The album debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 chart, selling over 872,000 copies in its first week alone. It went on to sell over 12 million copies in the United States, achieving sextuple platinum status. The success of the album translated into lucrative endorsement deals, sold-out tours, and merchandise sales. 50 Cent capitalized on his fame, building a business empire that extended far beyond music. He became one of the highest-earning hip-hop artists of all time, solidifying his status as a business mogul as well as a musical icon. Get Rich or Die Tryin wasn't just an album title, it was a prophecy that 50 Cent made a reality. Section 8. A legacy cemented Get Rich or Die Tryin and its enduring impact. Get Rich or Die Tryin is more than just an album, it's a cultural landmark. Released in 2003, it quickly became a phenomenon, capturing the raw essence of street life and ambition. It marked the arrival of 50 Cent, a rapper who redefined gangsta rap for a new generation. His gritty lyrics and compelling storytelling resonated with millions. It's a testament to his resilience, his ambition, and his raw talent. The album's tracks, like In Da Club and 21 Questions, became anthems of the early 2000s. The album's impact on hip-hop is undeniable. It not only dominated the charts but also set a new standard for what a debut album could achieve. It influenced countless artists, shifted the sound of the genre, and proved that authenticity and commercial success could coexist. Many young rappers cite it as a major influence on their careers. It's a classic that continues to resonate with listeners today, just as powerful and relevant as it was upon its release. The themes of struggle and triumph are timeless. 50 Cent's story, his rise from the streets to the top of the charts, is an inspiration. His journey from adversity to success is a narrative that many find motivating. He showed the world that anything is possible with hard work, determination, and a little bit of luck. His story is a beacon of hope for those facing their own struggles. Get Rich or Die Tryin is a reminder that even in the face of adversity, dreams can be achieved. It's a testament to the power of perseverance and vision. This album, man, it's a time capsule. It captures the essence of an era, a specific moment in hip-hop history that will never be forgotten. It captures a specific moment in hip-hop history, a time when gangsta rap was at its peak and 50 Cent was leading the charge. The album's raw energy and authenticity are unmatched. It's a reminder of how far hip-hop has come and how much it has influenced popular culture. The genre has evolved, but the impact of Get Rich or Die Tryin remains. Get Rich or Die Tryin is a classic, plain and simple, and its legacy will continue to inspire for generations to come. It's more than music, it's a movement.